The Old Boys of Eghosa Grammar School, wey dem dey call Eghosa Old Boys Association, don hold their first inaugural meeting wey shele for Eghosa Grammar School compound with the tag Old Boys Vanguard for Asue-Ogie. This inaugural meeting na to solicit support for the People's Democratic Party Deputy Governorship candidate Asue-Ogie Esquire, wey dem describe as benefactor to their alma mater and the Old Boys Association, and also support for the governorship candidate of the same party, Asue-Ogie. Oboge people wey tanda for the meeting na Global Presido of the association, Barrister Christian Omasone Esquire, EGHOBA Presido Edo State Chapter, Reverend Omo-Otiovan, representative of each set, and also from the diaspora. As them chook mouth on the scope and purpose of the meeting, the convener, Comrade Felix Oning, Barrister Christian Omasone, Reverend Omo-Otiovan, and others come talk say the Vanguard dey open to anyone wey dey interested and come encourage the association to dey committed.
For the purpose of helping, assisting, employing everything we have, the resources we have, the talent we have. I usually call it the 3 T's. With government support to the proprietors of the school. In every way, this individual has been a catalyst of progress. And the individual in question is one person I refer to as my principal, is Barrister Asue-Ogie. We are privileged to have him on a ticket with no other person than the vibrant, ebullient, and enterprising barrister, Dr. Asue-Ogie. The duo are the candidates of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, for the forthcoming gubernatorial election, Edo State gubernatorial election. And young men like Barrister Alari, Osayuwa, Eghosa, and our Eghosa and our president here, and the global president, they thought it wise that we should rally the old boys of like mind. What is good for one old boy is good for another. And one good tongue, they say, it deserves another. If we can have our old boy, this is an old boy that is not far from us. From his activities, his antecedents, his pedigree that we are familiar with. He's involved with us at the high table. He's involved with us at the trenches. Come sun, come rain. He has always been there, physically, emotionally, and financially. And it's our privilege to, I don't want to call it a payback, to appreciate him and support him in his political aspiration. Having said that, we'll use this meeting to appoint all of us as leaders in our own right. Then galvanize some of us who will have the privilege of managing our WhatsApp, internet, and other social media platforms to always call for a gathering like this. This meeting is a prelude to bigger meetings. And I can guarantee all of us, we're looking at a minimum of 1,000 persons who are old boys that will eventually attract another 2,000 who are whether card-carrying members of PDP or are voters in their rights in Edo State, with one singular intention: to ensure their votes are cast for the PDP candidate in the Ogie. For me, is our #1 ever bat. I say that because of my personal experiences and his contribution to the old boys, to the association.
every time we meet him. When we were with him before we came, I know some people accused us of coming late. You know, he delayed us. His house was jam-packed. A lot of people come to interact with him, looking for a way forward. But we have to, since we're already there, we have to vote for him. We should all continue to work for him. It is his good work that is speaking for him now.
Anyone who is interested, but I have to say something here. For me, I'm not in any political party, but because of this, I have to be a member of this party.
People mindset want to know, what do you have for me? Or what do you have for the state? How can we build up the state? If I use the standard of America to Nigerians, they are more intelligent than the typical Americans. That I have to establish. But what they have to, with them is that collective resources putting together to advance themselves. But we don't have that in Nigeria. So, through these interactive sessions, there are so many pertinent questions some of us may want to ask on the candidate, which is like in the minds of who? The populace. So, through this method, these interactive sessions, we may ask the candidate, by the time they explain, and I believe it will meet to whatever their expectation is in the individual. It will meet them at their own distance. So that, one, we are exposing them, showing their capacity, showing their competency, showing their those 3 C's there. Because right there, we will now know that if I'm giving my vote out, I'm sending my vote, if I'm giving my vote out, I know this man has the capacity, he has the competency, he has the character to deliver.
The scope of this Vanguard is to be able to make those persons, that people in diaspora, who are not in Benin, who are in Abuja, or whatever, that even though they are not there to vote, they can sway the vote. That is what this Vanguard is about to do. The people that will be in the unit, the politicians are unit. Politics are about unit. It's localized. So what we do is there are persons that are registered in units who are involved. There are members of our family that are registered in units. What this body should be able to do is to empower them.
Comrade Felix Oni, as he entered the discussion and conception session, can give the meaning of Vanguard as group of people where they move in the way of new development.
Our Vanguard group is going to be complementary of this individual. We all have in our mind the characteristics, and I will go further. On this bedrock, I want us to develop our interest and our mindset towards this project. What do you expect of a governor? A governor and his deputy, they should be visionary leaders, men of unwavering integrity, administrative expertise, emotional intelligence, knowledge and competency on public policy development and implementation, inclusive attitude and approach across the board, decentralized in nature. Then we have lastly, I want to mention adaptability. Our nature here and our involvement for the actualization of the aspiration is not going to be of adult nature. We are going to be around for a long while because our interest we share. And if we are going to be around for a long while, that means by proxy, we will be involved in their government. Some of us directly will be direct participants. Others will be. There will be a contact to public needs and other private needs. So I want to encourage commitment. The votes, our votes for them, we already know them, is guaranteed. The election is won by number. Political parties, party members don't win election. Party members vote for their party banner. And with the help and their influence and their hard work, they are able to encourage other people from other parties and independents to vote for that candidate in question. I think that is the nature of our job.
The English now says charity begins at home. Just like my brother said, we have family, we have children, we have wives. Let's start from ourselves.
There are different strategies. The job is just to go out and win more people to the vineyard. That is basically the job in very low term. Where we should talk to people and convince them to kick us their vote for this our brother.
Politics is a game of numbers, and it's a game of interest. Since our interest is on our candidate, which is President of the Vice we should all come out to see how we can bless him. How do we go about this? To see how to get these numbers. I want to beg us so that we can reach. There are various subsets in Eghosa Grammar School.
The major reason we are here today is to see that Asue-Ogie become a governor and deputy governor respectively.
Look at INEC register. You will find that the number of people that are voting in election day is not even up to 50% of registered voters. Now we should be having more than 2.something million, almost 3 million registered voters in Edo State. The last election we have those that voted 600,000, which is not up to. So what are we doing? What we can do is to reach out to what? Not party members, reach out to those that are what? Registered that are not voting.
For the talk session with the convener, Comrade Felix Oni and other old boys, the talk say their support for the PDP governorship and deputy governorship candidates not go only benefit the association, but also the state at large.
The turnout today, I'm very excited. My seniors, people who don't come out for school 1973, 1977, people who did school, my prefect when I did class 1, all of them show up. As a responsible and responsive old boy of the association, person wey me personally they call my principal, and in a lot of us privately and publicly has been a benefactor in so many ways to old boys and things that concern the old boy, like I talked on before. We can't say we must gather. Our old boy not be political party, our old boys association not be, but Mune say in they give light to other people, may they take the sea road. The day when my man cook better soup, they not go say light no day. Now we don't vote for people. We get the privilege this period to vote for somebody who don't be with us. Where would they see? They complain to. You never be deputy governor. Now we can decide, say everything way possible legally by encouraging ourselves, going out there to encourage people who they in party and people who not they in party and even other people who they in party, make them know say Asue-Ogie involvement for this election and divine provision, not just to help the association as such, but to help the whole of Edo State. So now it make us gather. This one our first meeting.
Seriously or critically examine within the happen of our society now. This was not the way it was long ago. Let me say we had the best of education. We get the best training. But now the society don't they completely they in disarray. And there is need for us make we do something now to attain that level where we did before. You understand? Because at that time of that level, the country had pride. We had a sense of direction. People, they appreciate us as Nigerians. If you say Nigerian, you'll say, yes, this is our man. Anywhere we see, with pride, we'll say, yes, I'm a Nigerian. But how many of us can talk in that manner now? It's rare. because the entire structure don't almost decay. And before this time, we see waiting people like Obaseki, what they do in terms of human resources, building capacity, trying to bring us back to where we started from, and even improve on it. But definitely, it get duration where we will operate. In tenure, don't pass. All these legacies we put for granted, we will allow them to just die like that? No, there should be continuity. Someone where equally they are strong as he is, will be say will help us consolidate what he don't do. Not person will come again with a different idea, we will plunge us into deeper mud. So that is why we choose as a vanguard, to say we want to follow this setting, to make sure, say, the duo of Asue-Ogie and our man, Asue-Ogie, come out as a formidable force to continue where Obaseki stopped. Yes, in politics, people are bound to say anything. Even the dead man gets terrible sayings when people talk about them. But what we are trying to tell people is this: open your eyes and see what is on ground. Not tales of destruction. Not armchair critics will be saying no matter how good the team be, they're not going to see anything good in it. So what they are saying is that people are bound to talk. They are bound to castigate. But we are convinced from our experience that this is the best combination.
Our senior barrister Asue-Ogie finished here many decades ago, and since in a person wey be say he don't put his own support 100%, behind EGHOBA as an old boys organization. So some of us look at, almost all of us look and say, Oga Barrister Asue-Ogie now our own, now one of us. And because what he don't do for the school, and what he don't see do individually for some of us, we be old boys. So we feel that regardless of where you belong, some of us they party, some of us they other party, some of us not join party before, but we not look that one. We look and say this man, Barrister Asue-Ogie, now our own. Do you know when you say something na your own? So that's why we decide to say, make we come together to see how we go take galvanize support, using everything we will get to tell the people out there, say, this na our own. And all EGHOBA, nowhere where EGHOBA no dey. In this, our state, our city, our country, Nigeria, and all over the world, nowhere where EGHOBA no dey. So, now make us come together. May we first of all galvanize people under that name, Old Boys Support for one of our own, Barrister Asue-Ogie.
Again, a person we me don't know for so long, and it's been very nice. Even from Lagos, when we did Lagos, to the time when he come Benin, come enter politics, I've related with him, and I've had no issue. Even time when we were young, he has always been nice and he's a very amiable guy, easy to reach. Not be a person where they brag or no. He did down to earth, and that is the one thing why I just like him. And he become a person where I see him, he like to solve problem. And that one, I just bring me close to him. That this kind of person will be like this way, who like to take other people's problem, they go. That means not correct person. So that's why when I hear saying the campaign, they do deputy governorship. Now I can't say me I go come. Now from Lagos I come. So me I just say I must come here. I even mean say I go relocate from Lagos come here so that make I come because there is no other choice. Ogie is the future. There is no other choice. Anything else is backwardness.
For the meeting, the old boys come also make donations to support the movement. Make una not forget say, as we see am, na so we dey talk am. We need to take blame. From Benin City, Asue-Ogie, TMC TV News.